Welcome back everybody to our third digital art tutorial video. In this video, we're going to be using our shapes that we've been using, the square, circle, star, and arrow, except this time I'm going to show you some more things you can do with the star, as well as we're going to create an asymmetrical design. We're going to start with a new document size, and we're going to do this document size opposite of what we've done before. The last one we did was an 8 by 11. This one's going to be an 11 by 8. We're going to do that to create a landscape style piece, 225 pixels per inch, and click OK. As you zoom out, you'll see that we now have this whole piece to work with. When you're doing asymmetry, you do not need to make sure that it's symmetrical on either side or it's in a radial design. So you can place the designs however you want, as long as there's balance on the left and on the right and on the top and the bottom. So we're going to start off with a square, and I'm going to do a very quick general idea here. When you're doing this project, I want you to go ahead and get as creative as you can and take as much time as you need. We're going to create a square here. I'm going to think of this as a landscape almost, and I'm going to bring this down here. And maybe I will make another copy, Command-C-V to paste. Command-C-V. And really, whenever I'm doing these designs, I'm just kind of having fun with these. You're just working with shapes, so you kind of want to make these as interesting as you can. If you hover over the left or right side, you'll get this little circle tool. You can click and actually change the direction of the shapes as well. And let's go ahead and change these to different blues. We have a dark blue here. Let's do a lighter blue over here. And maybe we do an even lighter blue, or teal right there. So I've got a start of a design, okay, again, very geometric. In this one, I would like for you to use all four shapes as many times as you'd like. I told you I was going to go ahead and use the star and show you some things, so let's do that. As I drag this out, do keep in mind down here you're creating new layers each time. So if these are my block layers, I can name these rectangles or blocks. Let's do blocks. And then just click enter, and now I know what layer I can turn on and off. So I have my star layer up here. Oh, remember to grab your move tool, it's very important. As you hover over, you'll have these little dot lines here. If you click on it, let's zoom in. You have these options for the star. You have the top option, which will turn the star left or right. You have the arrow, which if you click and drag to the left or to the right, it'll add more or less points to your star. You also have this little dot. If you click and drag, it will make this star smaller or larger. And then this will make the interior of the star bigger or smaller. So let's go with something like this. Now something kind of cool with the star is if I click on it, Command-C-V to copy and paste, and then I click off of it, I should have two stars here. Let's go ahead and make this one smaller. And let's make it a different color. Go with maybe a darker blue. And you'll see there's a lot you can do with just kind of overlapping these shapes together. Now, as I'm creating an asymmetrical design, I can put these anywhere I'd like. Okay, I'm just kind of having fun with working with shape. I can copy and paste again, Command-C, V. If I want to copy twice or paste twice, I just hit V twice, and now I have this. I can make it smaller again. And I'm just starting to play with the design to see what I can get. I also have another copy that I made. Maybe I make that one a little bit thinner, and I can make more points. So there's a lot you can do with just the star tool. Now let's say that I want to take this shape and I want to move it behind one of my other shapes. You're going to find that up here under your shape option. Arrange. You can either send it to back, which is all the way behind, or if that's too far and you want it forward, just go to your shapes, arrange, bring forward, and it'll just bring forward one step at a time. So that's the way you can move your shapes around to put them in whatever location you want to put them. So as you're building your asymmetrical design, keep in mind that this whole canvas here should be filled with something. If you have some things down here, in order for it to be balanced, you just need to have some things up here. Or if you have some items up here, you need to have some items down here. So it still needs to be a well-balanced design. So you need to copy, paste, and keep going with all 4 of your shapes until you get a design that is appealing to you. Now do keep in mind that this is abstract because you're dealing with only shapes. So you don't necessarily have to make any specific image, but you do want to balance what you're doing and make sure that your design at the very end is well balanced also. Okay. So as always, have fun with these. Keep in mind in the last video, as you click on these options, you do have your stroke option over here, which is your outline. And you do have your fill option up here, which is your interior color. So you can go around and play with the different styles. And just spend a good hour, hour and a half creating a design. And hopefully that will get you familiar with layout and asymmetry. All right, let me go ahead and type the word asymmetry on here so that you know exactly how it's spelled. Let's type this at 100. And for now, we're only using the shape tool. We will go back and use other tools later. So this is A-symmetry. All right, again, experiment. Remember that you're using all 4 of these shape tools down here and that you have different options for each one. Thanks for watching.